Welcome to yet another time of Celebrate Your Moment with Joy. Today I want us to think about taking a tough step for your benefit. Taking a tough step of paying for school fees. It benefits you because you're going to gain. Taking a tough step of buying a house. It's costly, but it's beneficial. Taking a tough step of going to places that are not comfortable for you, but for the benefit of your family. Maybe going to work outside your place of residence. Taking an action of educating your children. It's costly because you deny yourself so many pressures, but it benefits your children and even your generation to come. The psalmist also took a step which was tough, but for his own benefit. I want to read from the book of Psalms 119, and I'm going to read from verse 146. It says, I call out to you, save me, and I will keep your statutes. I rise before dawn and cry for help. I have put my hope in your word. My eyes stay open through the watches of the night. That I may meditate on your promises. Hear my voice in accordance to your love. Preserve my life, O Lord, according to your laws. That is not an easy thing the psalmist did, but it was worth it. Waking up before dawn, losing the night, the sleep, when it is the sweetest just before the day breaks, so that he could call upon God. I have never seen a famous person in the work of God who was not a prayerful person. A very good example is Jesus, the Son of God. He would wake up early in the morning. He would leave the disciples and go to an isolated place to seek God. And when I was meditating upon this word, I was trying to visualize or imagine, for example, in a daycare where children are put and there are people who are taking care of them. They have been entrusted. But if a child cries, keep on crying, every staff would be running there. What's wrong? What's wrong? And do you know also in the spiritual realm, let us learn not just crying for the sake of calling unto God. Crying is a sign of calling on God. You can never call on God and miss something. You cannot tell me that you can wake up at night to pray and you miss something, losing the sleep for something else beneficial. That man who sacrifices his money to educate his children can never be compared with somebody who just live a luxurious life and his children are not in school. Someone who sacrifices to drive long distances for something beneficial. Can you imagine losing the night? He said, I like the way he put it, that his eyes stay open so that he can cry to the Lord. And you know, prayer is like entering into the sacred places where you can find something. I don't know about you. To celebrate your moment with joy, you need to change more talking to more praying. To celebrate your moment with joy, you need to sacrifice something. There are some friendships you can sacrifice for prayers and seeking God. That does not mean that you don't want the communal life. No, I love the communal life. You love the communal life. It's beneficial because, as I've always said, no man is an island by himself. Jesus was a person who valued community. But every time he would be in a big meeting and miracles would happen, later on he would go back and seek God. For those people who work night shift, you sacrifice your sleep so that you can gain the money. And overnights are not very easy. If you work them or if you have ever worked them, they disrupt your sleep. You get tired. Because even when you sleep during the day, even if you sleep like 2 hours, it seems like the whole night. Which your body cannot be able to relax well like when you sleep throughout the night. This is what it means. But you go so that you can bathe it, maybe to stay with your children or to do something else during the daytime. Whatever reason. But there is something. No wonder they are even paid a little bit more. So may the Lord bless you. Again, our text of reference today is Psalms 119 from verse 146 to 149. Let us be people who can be able to call upon God, cry upon God. If you are used to waking up at 6, why don't you try at 5 maybe or 5:30? If you're used to waking up at 5, can you try to wake up at 4:30? You start before dawn, you can start. It is like arranging your files ahead of time of a project. You get prepared. When you go before God in the morning, you are committing that day to the Lord. And whatever you meet, you remember, after all, I committed it to God. That's why I love the psalmist, the way he said, cry, I call, answer me, O God. You can tell God the same way. So may the Lord bless you. Let us continue to share this. There are times we'll be mixing hard stuff and easy stuff. It is all good because it's a mixed grill in the spirit. May the Lord bless you. Thank you.